Preece, that has to go down as a really good point on the road, doesn't it?
Oh look, I'm delighted to get a point out of their game. Look, I'm normally pretty honest on what I say after game, and if we'd lost that game, I couldn't have complained. It wasn't like they were creating loads of chances, but we just, first half, we were so tired. We couldn't keep the ball. We couldn't win a first. We couldn't win a second. We had a couple of moments where we looked threatening, but it was sporadic. The thing was that they didn't create that many opportunities, and that's what we've sort of come up stuck a little bit in games where, you know, we've been on top but not created enough or not taking our chances, and I think it was a little bit like that for Brackley today. But we hung in there. You know, we got in at 1-0, and I was happy to get in at 1-0. And we said, look, you just got to dig in. You know, what's the worst that can happen to us? You know, let's just have a goal. We'll definitely get one or two little opportunities. You know, the goal's as scruffy as it can be, and it's probably, you know, summed up our performance. That it wasn't great, and the quality wasn't great, but we fought and we battled and we run, and in the end, something dropped for us. So this is a big point for us. One that you can say you don't deserve it, but maybe we did deserve it on previous games where we haven't got points, and probably one of the few times this season where I feel like we haven't performed. But you know, it's tough coming to Brackley. You know, look, you have a look at their squad. I think they've got three or four injuries. You look at their bench and the players on their bench, and we're up there and we're competing with them. We've got Drenchy, who's come in, and we've got a young lad, Harrison K, 17, on the bench.
Yeah, talking to Steve, he's just walking behind us. I'll interview him in a minute. Considering he hasn't played a game for nearly a year, I think, he looked as sharp as anything.
No worries about Drenchy being in there. Gordy came in and did brilliant for us, but if it had been Drenchy on Tuesday, it would have been fine, and if he was available, he would have played. Calm, you know. You didn't have any worries. His kicking's fantastic. He's organising, and when you need him, he's a great saviour. You know, out the top corner. He had one little aberration where he come running out, but Willow got behind him. But to be fair, he was tidy. He didn't have a lot. He didn't have a lot to do. I think that was probably the only save he had, or maybe he had one other dribbly shot that came to him. So we protected him really well, but he was calm. Knew when to speed things up, knew when to slow things down, and really good performance.
Yeah, so we had 19 away fans here today, which is fantastic. Gave them something to shout about in the second half. And now we go on a third away game next Saturday against Farsley Celtic, looking to keep this run going. I think it's now 7 unbeaten in the league away from home.
Yeah, a fantastic run, and you think of the teams that we've gone and played against, some of the toughest away grounds that you can, a couple of 3G pitches, 2 or 3 teams that are above us in the league, and we've been unbeaten, so that bodes well. 3 away games, you look at them and you think, especially after losing like we did to Southport, you think, this could be tough. We took 4 out of the last 6. We go to Farsley when we know how difficult a place that is to go. But we've put ourselves in a really good position, got some really tough away trips out the way. Going Blythe, which is our longest, to Brackley, which is one of probably the next longest, back to back. I think it told a little bit on us today. But character, again, plenty of character. We lacked a lot of quality, but showed a lot of character today.